Hey there, sports fans. Ready to unlock incredible hotel deals? Get a free membership and save up to 50%. Stay grand. Spend less. The simplest site. The best unpublished hotel deals. peachbelttravel.com.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the Flagler College Saints. A 6'1" senior guard from Alpharetta, Georgia, number 0, Jax Walknight. A 6'2" guard, a sophomore from Jackson, Mississippi, wearing number 2, Mason Manning. A 6'5" guard from Brunswick, Georgia, wearing number 13, Max Hurlicka. A 6'4" junior guard from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 21, Hoku Fisher. And a 6'7" junior forward from Hilliard, Florida, number 23, Jalen Jordan. The head coach of the Saints is Blake Sellen. The assistant coaches are Brady Shuck, Brandon Benson, and Martin Fiorentri. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for your USCA Pacers. He's a 6' junior guard. He hails from Baldwin, New York. He wears number 1. Meet Blackwell. A 6'3" junior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, wearing number 2, Davian Cunningham. He's a 6'5" senior guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. He wears number 12. He's Jalen McCoy. A 6' junior guard from the Dominican Republic, wearing number 23, Rafael. And a 6'10" senior forward from Lagos, Nigeria, wearing number 24, Simeon German. The head coach of the Pacers, Mark Vanderslice. The assistant coaches, T.J. Knight and Inkosigati.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second half of our Peach Belt Conference basketball doubleheader between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Flagler Saints. We've got the men coming up for you now. I'm Jordan Phillips. Reeves Altman joining me on the call tonight. Reeves, an exciting night of Peach Belt Conference basketball coming up.
Yes, it is. Always good to have the Peach Belt Conference and these midweek matchups. And don't forget about these Flagler Saints. Not only did they lose to the Pacers by 5 points earlier in the season, the last time they were in this gym, they were competing for a Peach Belt Conference championship. So they are very familiar here with the Convocation Center.
And a lot of that coming courtesy of number 0, Jax Bachnight. Be sure to tune in and keep your eyes on him. He is electric in this Peach Belt Conference. 16 points on the season. He's shooting 45% from the three-point line, 51% from the field. He's electric out there. But the Pacers have got some firepower of their own. And they'll win the opening tip. Raphael Rubel at the point as usual. Rajon Blackwell, Davion Cunningham, Jalen McCoy, and Simeon German, the 5 on the floor for the Pacers. Cunningham loses the ball, but able to get it back. He dribbled it off the foot of Hoku Fisher of the Saints. Rubel drives in. Rubel spins, fires. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by McCoy. McCoy puts it in, a kiss off the glass.
Right place, right time there for McCoy, following his shot and able to get the Pacers on the board here early.
And the Saints moving very fast. The shot from Max Hurdlicka off the mark from the corner, and Davion Cunningham has the rebound. He pulls up from the free throw line. He gets the bucket. 4-0 lead for the Pacers quick.
Good transition coming off of a rebound there for the Pacers, getting the ball to Cunningham. Pacers being aggressive here early.
Saints playing with a lot of pace. Jax Bachnight, Mason Manning, Max Hurdlicka, Hoku Fisher, and Jalen Jordan, the 5 on the floor for the Saints. Jordan with the ball. He's guarded by Simeon German. Bachnight with it now. Bachnight met by Blackwell. Bachnight gets the screen, kicks to the corner. That shot off the mark, rebounded by Fisher. Fisher back to Jordan. Jordan pulls up a long 2. Off the mark, rebounded by McCoy.
Something to watch as we go down the stretch. The Saints very aggressive from behind the line.
And one in transition for Rajon Blackwell. He'll try to get a three-point play the old-fashioned way here with the free throw coming up.
And coming off of the Saints shooting a lot of threes from behind the line, being very aggressive. The Pacers as well, very aggressive here early. A lot of open looks, and Rajon Blackwell taking that with a full head of steam, counted and one.
Blackwell, an 80% free throw shooter, and he knocks that one down. And it's a quick 7-0 lead here for the Pacers. Bachnight bringing it up for the Saints. He hands off to Herdlicka. Herdlicka to Manning. Manning to Fisher. Fisher to Jordan. Jordan met by German. German swiping at it. German the handoff to Manning. Manning gets the screen, kicks to the corner for Bachnight. Bachnight guarded by Rubel. Going to be a tie-up, and it'll be a blocking foul on Rafael Rubel.
Yeah, tough break there for Rubel. His defender, he had a step on him going to the baseline, just couldn't get in front of him to draw that charge.
Bachnight doing a good job there, using momentum to draw that foul, but it is a foul on the floor, so they'll inbound under their own basket. Jordan gets the inbound, hands off to Bachnight, who fires up a three. Bachnight with a hand in his face gets the Saints on the board.
Third straight possession with a three there from the Saints.
Blackwell pulls up transition. That's a long two, but it'll count for the Pacers, 9-3 now.
It's something you love to see. Rajon Blackwell already with 5 points, being very efficient on the offensive side.
As Jax Bachnight with a finish. Simeon German got away with a little contact on that one. Bachnight count the two. Rubel with it now. Rubel to McCoy. McCoy to Cunningham. Cunningham looking for a screen. Instead, he'll hand it off to McCoy. McCoy backing down on Mason Manning. McCoy backing down strong, puts it up. Shot no good. Rebound to Bachnight. Bachnight hit ahead to Herdlicka. Herdlicka didn't see it, but able to maintain it. Hoku Fisher with it now. Fisher feeds down low to Jordan. Jordan, long pass, and it'll go into the front row. Not sure who he was aiming for there, but way off on that one, and it's a turnover. Point to the Pacers.
And something we've seen a lot here early is the Saints really like the corner three. Looks like he was trying to get that shot, but just a little bit too high on the pass.
Cunningham with it now. He hands off to Blackwell. Blackwell inside to McCoy. McCoy guarded by Manning again. He's got a little bit of a height advantage now. McCoy loses the ball, and it's going to be turnover. Hoku Fisher comes away with it for the Saints. Fisher to hand off to Bachnight. Bachnight a long three, rims out. That's a shooter you can't leave alone, and the Pacers got a break there. McCoy bringing the ball up now. McCoy goes around the screen. Backing down on Manning, pulls up. That shot finds the bottom of the net. Good shot there from McCoy.
Good to see Jalen McCoy not losing his confidence from that shot. Had a tough angle earlier in the last possession, but able to redeem himself with that 2 points.
Manning at the three-point line. Manning almost walked there, but kept his pivot foot down. Herdlicka can't control it. Davion Cunningham's got it. He wants to run. Cunningham drives. Cunningham can't finish the layup. Max Herdlicka comes away with it. And now it's Bachnight on the run. Bachnight driving on Blackwell, and he's going to draw a foul.
Tough shot there from Cunningham. Just looked like he was a bit too fast driving into the basket, left it a little short. And credit to the Saints, they were able to pull that and run on another break of their own.
Josiah Shackelford and Trevor Smalls checking into the game now. Interesting fact about Josiah Shackelford, 0 starts on the season, averaging 15.6 points per game, and he's shooting 51.7% behind the line.
Making the most of his minutes coming off of the Saints bench here so far this season. Definitely a player to watch here for the Pacers on defense.
Sixth man of the year for sure. Mason Manning with it. Manning finds Bachnight. Bachnight loses the ball. Cunningham has it. Cunningham going to get another chance at it. Cunningham smokes the dunk in transition, and that's going to be a foul there. Blackwell was going for the ball at the same time as Jalen Jordan. A hard collision there.
Glad to see both players up under their own power. Didn't appear to be intentional. Both players just going for the ball. It appears they're going to call a foul there.
Yeah, basketball play there. They're going to call it on Josiah Jordan, or Jalen Jordan, excuse me.
Yeah, and prior to the contact, just really another tough break there for Cunningham. Really hope he doesn't lose his confidence after 2 fast breaks there early.
Well, Cunningham is confidence has not been an issue for Davion Cunningham, and I don't anticipate it will be now. He's another one of those microwave type players. He can heat up in a flash, so the Pacers need to get that going. Checking in now, Mason Grant on the floor for the Pacers, along with Cam Perkins, and Boom Reeves is in the game now for the Saints. Perkins gets it to Grant down low. Grant guarded by Manning. Grant pulls up. Grant off the side of the backboard. It's a rebound for Bachnight. Shackelford with it in transition, but the Pacers able to set up. The feed underneath the boom, Reeves. Reeves goes up strong. Reeves can't get it, tips it out, and Grant comes away with the rebound. Perkins running the offense. Setting things up to Blackwell now. Blackwell guarded by Shackelford. Grant back to Blackwell. Blackwell inside to German. German's got a little bit of a height advantage here on Boom Reeves. German loses the ball, but it's going to be a foul. They're going to call it on Reeves. And we're going to see Dwight Kennedy Jr. check into the game as soon as this full media timeout concludes. We'll take a break and be back in 60 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. Pacers will have the ball after the foul called against Boom Reeves. It'll be underneath their own basket. Cam Perkins is going to take it out. Feeds ahead. It's German. German to Blackwell. Blackwell tried to feed it inside to Mason Grant, but it was broken up. Trevor Smalls feeds inside to Shackelford. Josiah Shackelford backing down on Dwight Kennedy. Pulls up, turn around. Rims out. Man, lid on the basket for the Saints so far tonight.
Yeah, tough early start here for the Saints, but great defense from Kennedy, not giving up any ground on the baseline.
Yeah, Shackelford, a much bigger player. So great effort there from Kennedy as German gets his own miss there and gets the stick back.
German positioning himself perfectly in the paint for that second chance points.
Shackelford with it. The feed inside to Reeves. Reeves kicks back out to Bachknight. Bachknight guarded by Blackwell. He's going to drive. He kicks it up. That one's blocked by Grant. The feed ahead to Kennedy. Kennedy in transition. Blocked off the backboard. Pacers want a goaltend. They won't get it. Blackwell pulls up from three. Bottoms from Rajon Blackwell.
I think the Pacers would much rather take a Blackwell three than that goaltend earlier. It was very close.
Very close indeed. The corner to Shackelford, who thought about a three, instead drives. Nice finish off the glass there from Shackelford.
Great control there while hanging in the air. Also great job by the Pacers defense not drawing any contact there.
Shedlet Delva set to check in for the Pacers here in just a moment. Blackwell feeds inside to Grant. Grant guarded by Manning. Grant pulls up. Got the finish on the turnaround.
Pacers making the most of their opportunities in the paint tonight. Not a lot of threes early from the Pacers.
Bachknight with it. Bachknight back to Smalls. Smalls calling for Shackelford. He gets him. Shackelford calling for a screen from Reeves. Grant goes around the screen. Grant going to get whistled for the contact there. Just kind of flew into Shackelford's landing area there.
Yeah, went for the ball and just a step too late and was able to draw contact. Was into the line for two.
Going to see Hoku Fisher check back in here in just a moment.
Shackelford, an effective free throw shooter this season, shooting just under 80%.
He knocks down the first. Shackelford, a problem from just about everywhere on the floor offensively. 2-for-2 trip there. Perkins bringing the ball up. Finds Grant. Grant has it stripped by Trevor Smalls, and Smalls on the run. Smalls driving in transition. Kicks to the corner for Fisher. Fisher for three. That rims out, tipped out, and comes away with it. Does Boom Reeves. To the corner now. Smalls pulls up for three. Off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Perkins. Or excuse me, that's Kennedy. Now Perkins has it.
Not a lot of success early, but the Saints, no hesitation from behind the three-point line so far early.
Grant going to work down low. The Pacers with an opposite philosophy so far. Chedlet Delva gets the rebound. The stick back no good, and rebounded by Fisher. Fisher on the run. Slows things down, hands off to Bachknight. And a blocking foul going to be called against Kennedy.
Pacers got to be careful. That's already their fourth foul here. We're not even at the 10-minute mark in the first period.
Caleb Bird and Jalen McCoy back on the floor now for the Pacers. Bird seeing his first action of the game. Bachknight drives on Rubel and gets the kiss off the glass with the finish.
Looks like he fought through some contact there, but the refs will let us play on.
Bachknight with 7 of the 11 points for the Saints so far. Doing exactly what you'd expect of him. Kennedy to McCoy. McCoy hands off. Kennedy for three. That shot no good. Chedlet Delva can't come away with the rebound, but the Saints stepping out of bounds. And we are going to have a full media timeout. 18-11 your score. 60 seconds. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Pacer basketball underneath their own hoop. 11:59 left. They've got an 18-11 lead. Cunningham with the ball now. He's guarded by Hoku Fisher. Cunningham pulls up. That shot no good. German tips it up. McCoy comes away with the rebound. McCoy to Bird. Bird fires up a three. Bottoms for Caleb Bird. Bird coming in and making an impact immediately. Jax Bachknight swings to the corner. Smalls drives. Smalls gets the finish. Good defense there from McCoy. Better finish from Trevor Smalls. Bird fires up another three from the corner. Bird! Talking a little bit to the Saints bench there was Caleb Bird. He's feeling it.
Yeah, the Saints coach unhappy with that last one. Be something to watch here.
And Rubel gets the steal and the layup in transition from Rafael Rubel. And the Pacer lead is up to 13.
Great job there from Rubel to read that pass right across half court and was able to take it himself.
Smalls with the ball. He hands to Boom Reeves. Reeves feeds inside. Josiah Shackelford going to the rim, and he's going to be fouled. He'll shoot two.
Interesting philosophy so far from the Saints. They do not have the biggest lineup on the floor, but they move the ball with such efficiency that they're finding open people. And even though the threes aren't falling early, they're still getting to the free throw line multiple times here in the first half.
A lot of good ball movement leading to those open looks, as you mentioned. And if you're the Pacers, you got to shore that up a little bit because eventually those shots are going to start falling for this team. As that shot falls, Saints a 38% three-point shooting team. That's a heck of a number as a team, so the Pacers are going to have to tighten things up a little bit here.
And they play similar styles. The Pacers shooting just under 35% from behind the line.
So 2-for-2 trip from Shackelford cuts into the lead here. Cam Perkins is going to bring the ball up. Max Herdlicka will check in here in a moment. Jalen McCoy with it. He's backing down on Trevor Smalls. McCoy turns, fires, and gets the roll. Josiah Shackelford letting the refs know there's a lot of pushing going on. Jax Bachknight with the ball now. He hands off to Reeves. Bachknight drives on German, and a whistle.
Well, just as you said, there's a lot of pushing. German going to be called for contact there. Just couldn't get in front of the driving defender, had to step on him.
Herdlicka comes on. And Trevor Smalls will check out for the moment. Bachknight hit ahead, gets it to Fisher. Bird tips that pass. Perkins has it now. Perkins to Bird. Bird back to Perkins. Perkins pulls up. The up and under. What a finish from Cam Perkins.
Great job by Perkins to use the basket as his friend.
And a blocking foul going to be called against Bird.
Man, a lot of hard contact here early.
That's going to be 2 shots. As you mentioned, Reeves, a lot of hard contact so far, but that's going to happen in a game where, you know, these two teams both want to get out in transition, want to get ahead and running.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of fast breaks from both sides here early with the defense just right there, just unable to keep clean contact. Sending the Saints a lot to the free throw line here early.
That falls. Herdlicka shooting just his 9th and 10th free throws on the season. 75% shooter coming into tonight. Mason Manning coming on. Two-for-two trip from Herdlicka. Cam Perkins will bring it up. 10 minutes left here in the first half. McCoy hands off to Cunningham, who gets it to Bird. Bird double teamed. Perkins with it now. Perkins wanted to shoot a 3. Instead, kicks to the corner for Cunningham, who cannot corral it. And it's a turnover.
Cunningham had an open look, just was unable to hold on to the pass. I don't know if he wasn't expecting it or not, but goes off of his hands.
So the turnover brings the ball to the Saints. Bachknight has it. It's a 13-point Pacer lead. Boom Reeves gets it to Shackelford. Shackelford guarded by Caleb Bird. That turn fires, no good, and it's rebounded by Bird. Perkins,
Dangerous pass there. Is almost a backcourt. Very lucky by the Pacers.
Perkins with the ball now. Bird firing up another 3. He's 3 for 3. Red hot is Caleb Bird.
It's up to 9 points, three threes so far.
And if I'm Caleb Bird, and McCoy gets the steal and in transition, puts it up, the finish off the glass, easy money for Jalen McCoy. And the Pacers with a 35-17 lead here over the Saints. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout. Reeves, the Pacers having a lot of success both inside the arc and outside. What are you seeing so far from this team?
Just a lot of good open looks. As I said earlier in the broadcast, the Saints do not have the tallest lineup in Division II. Their tallest player on the roster is listed at 6'7". That's Jalen Jordan and also Boom Reeves compared to the Pacers, Simeon German and Chadette Delva at 6'10". So they do have some size down low in the Pacers. They seem to have read the scouting report. They are being very aggressive in the paint. Jalen McCoy, you always know he's going to be very active down there along with German. But you got to love it from the Pacers as well. Number 5, Caleb Bird, as you said, red hot from behind the line. 9 points. And the Pacers really utilizing both sides of the offense here to get open looks and good shots.
Bird's still out there on the floor. Going to be interesting to see if he gets a couple heat checks up here. Jax Balknight bringing the ball up. He hands off to Shackelford. Back to Herdlicka. Now to Manning. Manning back to Balknight. Balknight setting things up. He's met by Bird. Trevor Smalls and Jalen Jordan going to check in. Balknight feeds inside to Reeves. McCoy with another steal. Perkins pulls up from three. Perkins can't get the finish, and it's rebounded by Reeves, who's in a lot of pain, it appears. Balknight driving on Cunningham. He's going to get whistled for a foul. Excuse me, that's going to go against Perkins.
As you said, Jordan, Boom Reeves, after that last rebound, favoring that left leg, he was able to come down the court, but still appears to be in some pain.
Yeah, gripping at his upper knee. As Balknight's free throw rims out. That's been the kind of night it's been offensively for the Saints. Just good looks that look like they're halfway down and then just bouncing out.
Yep, and it just seems like they're one shot away from going on a run or just getting some momentum going here. You know, this is a really good shooting team that the Saints have.
Yeah, Balknight rattles that one in after it bounces around a little bit. 35-18 the score. Cam Perkins bringing the ball up. He's met by Balknight. He feeds ahead to Bird. German with it now down low. German backing down. German turns, and he's going to be fouled.
Late whistle there, but there was some contact sending German to the line.
Head coach Blake Sellen didn't like that one.
Sends German to the line. He is just over 50% on the season, 54%. Coach Vanderslice disappointed as well. It appears he gets a warning from the official at half court.
And German rims out. I believe
technical foul on Coach Vanderslice. Or not a technical foul.
I believe it was reaffirming the warning there. German 0 for 2 there. It's tipped around, and McCoy gets the rebound. McCoy stripped by Balknight, but gets the ball back. Pulls up. That shot off the mark. German gets it. German pulls up. German with a finish off the glass.
A lot of odd bounces off the rim tonight. I really don't know how that shot from Jalen McCoy didn't go in, but great job by German to follow that for two.
Josiah Jordan down low. Jalen Jordan, excuse me. Jordan feeds to Smalls. Smalls going to get the bucket and one. The
great
foul
finish.
Foul goes against German. Coach Vanderslice got to calm down just a little bit here. He's already had a warning issued to him. But that's going to take us to a full media timeout. 37-20 your score. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 37-20 is your score. Trevor Smalls of the Saints looking to complete the hoop and the harm here after a foul and a transition bucket.
And Coach Vanderslice still going back and forth with an official. I'm really not sure what's going on, but He needs to be careful.
He's already been issued a warning. Smalls knocks down the shot. Shedlet Delva's going to check in. Simeon German will head off. It's Jalen McCoy, Cam Perkins, Caleb Bird, and Davion Cunningham on the floor. Jax Botnight, Mason Manning, Josiah Shackelford, Jalen Jordan, and Trevor Smalls, the 5 on the floor for the Saints. McCoy with it. McCoy backing down on Manning. McCoy goes up and under, gets the finish. Rajon Blackwell checking in here in just a moment. And with that bucket from McCoy, he now ties for second place all time in Pacer points. As he knocks that one out, his next bucket will have him in sole possession of second place.
Jalen McCoy, the first one on the floor tonight for either side with double-digit points. He's already up to 10.
Balknight with the ball. The inbound to Trevor Smalls. Smalls to the corner. Manning with it. Manning drives on Cam Perkins. His shot no good, rebounded by Delva. Cunningham with the ball now. He gets to Perkins. Perkins to Grant. Grant backing down on Smalls. Feeds inside to Delva. Delva out to Cunningham. Cunningham pulls up. Cunningham gets the bucket. That one in transition to Josiah, or to Jalen Jordan. Jordan to Balknight. Balknight drives. Balknight going to draw a foul, I believe. And if it is, I believe it's going to be against Cam Perkins.
Yep, Cam Perkins called for the blocking foul there. Just wasn't able to get his feet set. Also might have been in the restricted area down low.
And that brings his second foul, and it'll be Balknight shooting one and a bonus. Knocks down the first. Boom Reeves coming back in. Jalen Jordan heads off.
Glad to see Boom Reeves back on the floor, especially after he was favoring that knee earlier. Always good to see that.
And McCoy comes on for Jalen McCoy comes on for Cam Perkins. That free throw off the mark from Balknight, rebounded by Delva. Blackwell directing traffic, finds McCoy. McCoy backing down on Manning. McCoy turns, spins, fires off the mark. Tipped up and brought down by Jax Balknight. Balknight moving in transition. His shot off the mark. Cunningham tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds.
Good effort there from Cunningham, just a little bit too far out of bounds.
So it'll be Saint ball underneath their own basket. Hoku Fisher directing traffic here, trying to set things up. .23 seconds on the shot clock. Fisher. Shackelford drives. Shackelford with the finish off the glass. Nice shot there.
Yeah, good job driving in. Got to step on McCoy just out of reach of Delva there.
Grant down low to McCoy. McCoy drives inside. McCoy turns, fires off the mark. Fisher with it. And Fisher, there's going to be a foul. That's going to be called against Cunningham.
Cunningham very upset by that call. He couldn't believe it on the floor. And the fans here letting the refs know.
And neither can the Pacer faithful. And that's 10 fouls on the Pacers. So the Saints now in the double bonus. They'll be shooting 2 free throws regardless.
Yeah, not used to seeing double bonus with 5 minutes left in the first half.
And especially when the other team's not in the bonus yet. Pacers getting a little stingy here trying to get these takeaways.
But credit to the Saints, they've had struggles early from behind the arc and on outside of the paint, so they're making the most of their trips to the free throw line.
Substituting will be number 23,
Rafael
Rafael Rubel.
Rubel comes on. McCoy will head to the bench.
Substituting for Pacers, number 24, Simeon Gilman.
Fisher's shot off the mark, but again, double bonus, so he'll shoot another. Fisher 1 of 2 there. Rubel bringing the ball up now. Rubel gets it to Blackwell. Blackwell to Grant. Now back to Rubel. Rubel to Cunningham, who almost loses the ball. Cunningham to German. German to Cunningham. Cunningham stepping back, loses the ball. It's stolen by Fisher. Manning with it. Manning drives on Mason Grant. Manning kicks to Fisher. Fisher for 3. That shot no good. And a foul against the Saints. I believe that's going to be against Shackelford, and it will be.
Yeah, it looked like Blackwell got held on the box out there. That's the Saints' 5th foul here.
Jax Balknight back on the floor. Shackelford will head off. Rubel setting things up offensively here for the Pacers. Back to Grant. Nearly stolen away by Fisher. Rajon Blackwell pulls up, no good. That shot rebounded by Boom Reeves. Manning on the run. Trevor Smalls puts it up. Manning gets the rebound. Manning to the corner for Balknight. Balknight for 3. Balknight can't get the shot to fall, and it'll be out of bounds. And that takes us to a full media timeout. We will take a break and be back in just a moment. 41-25, your score. Welcome back, everyone. 41-25 the score. The Pacers will have the ball. Rafael Rubel driving. He hands off to Dwight Kennedy. Kennedy back to Blackwell. Blackwell feeds inside to Mason Grant. Mason Grant, the one-handed flush and a technical foul. That's going to go against Mason Grant. Goodness gracious.
Wow, a great finish there by Grant. Must have said something in transition that the officials caught a.
Yeah, it had to have said something there, but you know what? Honestly, you get a finish like that, we'll take it.
Yeah, Pacers have had a lot of looks like that, a couple from Cunningham, and then Grant there through contact as well. So great finish there from Grant, just a tough break on the backside.
And Jax Bachknight goes 1 for 2 there, but they will have possession. Boom Reeves with it. He finds Manning. Manning guarded by Blackwell. He gets around, drives. Blackwell right back there. Manning goes up and under. Boom Reeves with it. Reeves rejected by Chedlet Delva. Hoku Fisher a 3-ball. No good. Tipped and brought down by Rafael Rubel after the tip from Chedlet Delva. Delva. That's going to be out of bounds off of Trevor Smalls.
Substituting for Saints, number 13.
And Caleb Bird's going to check in. Dwight Kennedy will head off. Delva gets the ball. Blackwell to Rubel. Rubel drives, finds McCoy. McCoy turns. McCoy back out to Rubel. Rubel wide open for 3, and it rims out. Chedlet Delva, though, able to come down with it, and he's going to be fouled.
Foul is on number 14, Boom Reeves. That's his second. It's the team's 6th.
Rubel has to get it in, gets it to Blackwell now. 43-26 the score. The feed inside to McCoy. McCoy backs down. McCoy puts it up. McCoy gets the finish, and that moves him to second all-time. Sole possession of that spot in points for the Pacers. Congratulations to Jalen McCoy. He's just got one more guy to chase down, and that was his teammate last year, Terry Horn. To the corner. It's Roku Fisher. Hoku Fisher is going to be fouled on that one.
Foul is on number 23, Rafael.
That's a foul on Rubel, his third. And with 2 minutes left in the first half, you got to imagine you're going to see Rafael Rubel for a little while.
Yeah, yet to see someone check in with the scores table yet.
Shot off the mark. And another missed free throw here for the Saints. And Davion Cunningham will now come in for Rafael Rubel. And 3 fouls. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Probably going to be a while before we see him. And Hoku Fisher gets the finish. Cunningham flips to Blackwell. Blackwell to Delva now. Delva inside to McCoy. There's going to be a foul called.
Foul is on number 1, Trevor.
That's on Smalls.
That's his first. That's the team's 7th.
Smalls with his first. And McCoy will shoot 1 in a bonus.
And now that puts the Pacers, or the Saints, in the bonus as well, so the Pacers will go to the line.
McCoy knocks down the first, so he'll get a second. That shot no good. And another foul going to be called. That's going to go against Smalls, his second. Rapid succession there from Trevor Smalls. Not a lot of rhythm in this game. A lot of fouls called, preventing either team from really being able to set things up.
Yeah, both teams were able to get out in transition and run early, but it seems like ever since about the 15-minute mark, there's been a lot of fouls for either side. I mean, 18 combined. I think the Pacers over 10. We're looking at 20 fouls collectively, and there's still 1:45 left in the first period.
Yeah, a lot of fouls being called, a lot of contact. It's been a physical game so far. Both teams probably going to look to clean that up a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, Rafael Rubel with 3 fouls for the Pacers. Number 1 for the Saints, Trevor Smalls. He has 2 fouls as well. So a lot of fouls on guards here for both sides.
Caleb Bird goes 1 for 2. Delva is able to get the rebound, but it's stripped away as he tried to get the stick back. Smalls met by Blackwell. It's tipped by McCoy. Blackwell able to get a hold of it. Blackwell goes up. Blackwell with the finish in transition.
Great job there by Blackwell. Not only to get the steal, it was a tough angle, but he took it up strong.
Yeah, Pacers with a 22-point lead will be their largest of the game. Cunningham directing things to Herdlicka in the corner. Herdlicka gets the corner 3 to fall. Cunningham to McCoy inside. McCoy backs down. McCoy going to be fouled on the way up.
Foul is on number 1, Trevor Smalls. That's his third. It's the team's 9th. Jalen McCoy will shoot 2.
McCoy knocks down the first.
Substituting is number 4, Josiah Shackelford.
And that one rims out, bouncing around, and brought down by the Saints. Bachnight with it to Herdlicka in the corner. Herdlicka no good. Rebounded by Boom Reeves. Fisher with it. Now back to Bachnight. Bachnight for 3. Bachnight, I believe that got tipped by Jalen McCoy.
got a hand on it.
And now a whistle. Going to be some discussion here. .32 seconds left here in the first half. And it'll be Saint basketball.
Yeah, great job there by McCoy. He got a hand on that. Definitely affected the shot. I just couldn't see who that went off of, and it looks like there's still discussions as we speak.
Bachnight inbound. Back to Bachnight now. Bachnight drives.
Another block by McCoy.
McCoy, defensive presence down low. And a timeout taken here with 20 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Reeves. Hectic first half here for both sides, but the Pacers able to settle in here, get some offense going. What have you seen so far in this half?
Just really efficient play. Not on both sides because there's been a lot of fouls, but the Pacers making the most of their offensive possessions and extended this point lead up to 20. And, you know, I really thought they were going to let this play out, but Coach Vanderslice wanted to get a team meeting in to hold for this last shot. Shot clock is going to be off. You know, that they've been effective in the paint and from outside, so it'll be interesting to see what they draw up here in the last few seconds.
And meanwhile, on the other side, the Saints haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. It's been a little bit of a struggle both in the paint and outside the arc. They've had moments. Jack Bachnight obviously doing great things on offense, but been a little bit of a struggle for the Saints going here. It's going to be interesting to see how they address that in the next half.
It is, but this is not a team that you want to look the other way on. This 20-point lead can go away very quickly if you're the Pacers.
And that's why the Pacers need a little bit of momentum here. 10 seconds left in the half. The kick to McCoy, the feed inside to Cunningham, who loses the ball.
Cunningham just having a really tough night early on the offensive side. Had a couple deflections, a couple balls go out of bounds. Look to see if he can get something going in the second half as well.
Fisher with the ball. Fisher driving. Fisher's going to pull up in transition. The three-pointer off the mark. So 50-30 will be the score as we head into halftime after Hoku Fisher misses the transition three ball. Pacers, a lot of fouls on both sides, as we mentioned, but the Pacers coming out of the first half with the lead. 50-30, 15-minute intermission here for halftime, and we'll be back in the second half after this. Welcome back, everyone. Second half set to get started between the USCA Aiken Pacers and the Flagler Saints. Jordan Phillips joined by Reeves Altman on the call. Reeves, it was a first half with a lot of fouls called, but the Pacers able to get some offense going in that first half.
It was, and there was a lot of back and forth by both teams. It's kind of hard to say that this is a 20-point lead, but as I said right before we came to break, these leads are never comfortable because all it takes is a couple shots. I mean, earlier in the women's game against the Saints, the Pacers had a 10-point lead after back-to-back-to-back threes. That quickly became a 2-point lead.
And the Saints with a lot of offensive firepower in this lineup that can bring them back into a game quickly. Jalen Jordan gets it underneath the basket, and he scores over Simeon German.
Basket by number 23, Jalen Jordan.
Raphael Rubel, the handoff to Rajon Blackwell. Blackwell, foot on the line, no good on the long two. German stripped. That was Max Herdlicka. He's going to draw the foul.
Fouls on the Pacers, number 24, Simeon German. That's his third. It's the team's first this half.
So Jax Balknight going to bring the ball up the floor. He hands off to Herdlicka. Out of Mason Manning. Manning back to Balknight. Balknight drives, kicks to the corner for Herdlicka, who fires up a three, and that's good.
Just like that, 5 straight points from the Saints.
Cuts the Pacer lead to 15. Cunningham with it. He hands off to Blackwell. Blackwell inside to McCoy. McCoy backs down. McCoy spins, fires, no good, but he will draw the foul, and he's going to shoot two.
Fouls on number 23, Jalen Jordan. That's his third. It's the team's
That's the third foul on Jalen Jordan, and the first in the half for the Saints.
shooting two.
McCoy knocks down the first. Chedlet Delva going to check in for Simeon German. And McCoy knocks down both. 2-for-2 trip from him. He continues to chip away at the all-time leading scorer spot here at USC Aiken. He moved into second all-time tonight. Josiah Jordan pulls up to Jalen Jordan. Chedlet Delva with the rebound. He'll hand off to Rubel. Rubel brings it up. He flips ahead to Blackwell. Blackwell loses the ball. It's tipped around, and Mason Manning comes away with it. Manning. And Jalen Jordan gets the tip in after the miss from Hoku Fisher.
Coach Vandersly's calling a timeout there. The Saints come out hot out of halftime.
A 7-2 run here. And that will be a full media timeout. We will take a break and be back in just a minute. 52-37 your score. Welcome back, everyone. 52-37 your score. Davion Cunningham will take it out for the Pacers. They're underneath their own basket. Raphael Rubel. That's going to be a kick ball. Max Herdlicka getting his foot in there. Hand in to Rubel. Rubel to McCoy. The screen from Delva. McCoy, ball stripped. That was Herdlicka getting his hand in there. Jax Bachknight on the run now. Bachknight slowing things down. Long pass to Herdlicka in the corner. Fisher with it now. Back to Manning. Manning back to Bachknight. And Bachknight going to draw a foul. It's going to go against Rubel. That's his fourth.
Pacers number 23, Raphael Rubel. That's his fourth of the team's second. Checking the lineup is Cam.
With 4 fouls, I don't envision us seeing Raphael Rubel for quite some time here in the second half.
I'm kind of surprised we saw him as early as we did here in the second half, but either way, he will head to the bench, and it'll be Cam Perkins coming in for him. Charlotte Delva rejecting Max Herdlicka, but Mason Manning was right there to pick up the ball. Bachknight guarded by Cunningham. To the corner, Herdlicka for 3, rims out, and Cunningham comes down with the ball. Cunningham had to watch out behind him there. He hands off. It's Perkins with it now. Perkins to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Delva, back to Perkins one more time. Perkins to Blackwell. Blackwell gets the screen. Cunningham gets it. Cunningham driving. Cunningham puts up a wild shot. No good. Tipped around and brought down by Bachknight. Rough night at the office for Davion Cunningham. And Cunningham able to get the steal there. And he's going to lose it off of the foot of Jax Bachknight. Bachknight blocked by Delva. Hit a head pass to Rajon Blackwell, who's going to slow things down for the Pacers a little bit here. Instead, he'll just drive it right in. Beautiful up and under reverse layup from Rajon Blackwell. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds without fully taking the ball out. It's going to be a turnover. It'll be Pacer basketball.
Looks like some miscommunication there for the Saints between Fisher and Herdlicka. Looks like one of them passed into the other one while they were both still out of bounds. There's an unfortunate mental error there for the Saints, who are trying to fight their way back into this game.
Pass inbound to Chedlet Delva. Now to Perkins. Blackwell with it. Blackwell to McCoy. McCoy back to Perkins. Blackwell inside. Now back to McCoy. McCoy turns. And that shot was all the way down and then rims out. And a whistle here. I'm not sure what exactly the call is.
They might have said McCoy was out of bounds when he took that shot.
I believe there's going to be a review here. Yeah, they're going to send everybody back to the benches and review the play. So while that happens, we will take a break, and we'll be back with the results of this review in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Just a simple clock review was the result of that official review. 54-37, 16-26 left here in the first half, or in the second half, excuse me. Jax Bachknight bringing it up for the Saints. Bachknight to Boom Reeves. Reeves back to Bachknight. Bachknight pulls up for 3. Bachknight too strong, rebounded by Mason Manning after a little bit of pinballing back and forth. Jalen McCoy breaks up that pass. And the hit ahead to Rajon Blackwell. Blackwell stops. Blackwell gets to McCoy now. McCoy pulls up. Shot off the mark. Delva with the tip in.
Good positioning down low there from Delva. Wasn't even able to bring the ball down, just right place, right time, tipped it up and in. Good, much needed putback there for the Pacers.
Paid a little bit of slow going here offensively for the Pacers so far in this half. So some much needed points there, a little bit of momentum for them. Balknight kicks to Herdlicka in the corner. Herdlicka off the mark. The ball bounced off of Josiah Shackelford's forehead right into the hands of Jax Balknight.
Yeah, a lot of pinball going on out there.
And McCoy blocks the shot, but unfortunately they're going to say he pushed off. So it'll be a foul on Jalen McCoy.
Speaking of deflected balls, a couple possessions ago when Jalen McCoy was able to get his hand on that pass, that ball went off the bottom of the rim. A very lucky break there. That would have been 2 unforced points there by the Pacers defense.
And that takes us to another full media timeout, so we'll take another 60-second pause. 56-37, your score. Welcome back, everyone. 56-37, your score. It's going to be Jax Balknight at the free throw line, shooting 2. After the push off from Jalen McCoy. And Balknight rattles in the first.
You have 11. Lock in.
And Balknight goes 2 for 2 there. Perkins with the ball. Perkins back to Grant. Grant to Bird. Bird ahead to Blackwell. Blackwell goes up. They're going to call a foul there. Blackwell drawing the contact. He's going to shoot 2.
Good job by the Pacers there. Full court pressure is something that's given them trouble all season long. Really good press break there to get the ball up to Blackwell.
And Blackwell, a good job there drawing the contact in transition to generate the free throws. Blackwell knocks down the first. Caleb Bird back on the floor for the Pacers. Bird 3 for 3 from downtown there in that first half. 9 quick points for him. Went a little bit quiet after that. We're going to see. It'd be interesting to see if they're going to go back to him here, see if he's still hot.
Yes, expect to see a lot more Bird on the floor, especially with the Pacers experiencing a little bit of guard foul trouble here. And made his presence known early in the game with those 3 threes.
Jalen Jordan with the ball. Jordan hands off to Balknight, who fires up a 3. Balknight no good. Rebound from Blackwell. Blackwell pushes ahead to Perkins. Pacers want to run here. They've been getting active in transition all game. This time Perkins gets the screen from Grant. Back to Grant. Grant had a monster flush in the first half as Chedlet Delva can't get the finish there, and it's rebounded by Jordan. Shackelford with it now. Shackelford drives in. Shackelford kicks to the corner. It's up to Balknight. Balknight driving on Perkins. Perkins.
Great defense from Perkins there, not giving anything and not giving up the baseline either.
Yeah, it was a great job there from Perkins to stop the drive of the bigger and stronger Jax Balknight as Bird tried to get it inside there and got rejected at the rim. Mason Manning feeds ahead to Jordan, and Jordan gets the finish.
Yeah, and good transition there from the Saints. The Pacers just had Delva out defending the three-point line and reverse rolls there. Rajon Blackwell down in the paint.
17-point lead for the Pacers now. Bird able to get the ball. Kicks to Delva. Delva back to Bird. Bird inside to Grant. Grant pulls up. Grant off the mark, but it's rebounded by Jalen Jordan. Trevor Smalls with it now. Smalls back to Manning, who fires up a three. Manning barely moved the net on that one. It's going to be Cam Perkins with the ball now. Perkins gets around Balknight. Perkins drives in. Perkins rejected by Smalls. And it's Shackelford in transition. Shackelford going to draw the foul against Mason Grant. And another tech. Is that on Mason Grant?
That's on Mason Grant. He might be out of the game.
If it is on Mason Grant, there's no might. He's out. His second technical, he's out of the game.
And it is.
So that's the end of the night for Mason Grant.
Not sure what was said. It appeared to be a pretty common foul. It just was very upset with the call.
And the tech got called pretty quickly there. You have to imagine he said something. Not sure what it is, and we certainly wouldn't repeat it if we could.
No, we would not. But very unfortunate to see. Going to be a lot more on German and Delva tonight moving forward. And we haven't seen Delva very much. He started the second half but was subbed out pretty quickly. I don't know if there was an injury or something they were watching on the sideline, but he's preparing to check in as we speak.
And also worth noting Caleb Seiler, who we'd normally have seen by now, not playing tonight. Mason Grant, normally a pretty quiet guy on the floor, seemed to be a little bit more fired up tonight than normal.
And this has been an emotional game. There's been a lot of runs, a lot of swings and momentum, a lot of physical plays, and the officials they're calling it fair. So,
and quietly now, this lead now down to 11.
Yeah, something the Pacers, they've really haven't been as hot as they were on offense. Yeah, slowly but surely, the Saints have been able to climb back into this game, and we're one free throw away from a 10-point game.
Some further discussion here going on, and it looks like we're going to get a review. I'm not sure what the review is going to be exactly. Maybe a clock situation.
They've looked at that before here in the second half as well. So there was a common, I think what they're looking at too is there was a common foul and the technical foul. So he's shooting two along with the technical foul.
So he'll shoot two, technical foul, and possession of the basketball.
This is a big possession coming up here for the Saints. Momentum can swing very quickly in their favor, which it has been for most of the second half.
It looks like that won't be the case.
Well, I think he already shot the technical.
So it'll be a 10-point lead here for the Pacers. Hand off to Bird. Perkins now, or excuse me, Kennedy with it now. Kennedy for three. Kennedy, big time three ball. That's huge for the Pacers there.
Much needed, much needed.
And Balknight looking to answer back quickly. Balknight loses the ball. It's bouncing around. Shackelford has it. Caleb Bird gets to it, and a whistle. And it's going to go to the Pacers. Hustle play there from Caleb Bird.
Yeah, Cam Perkins as well. We've seen him numerous times make big defensive stops and getting his hands in there as well. I think it's going to be called for a hold there while they were going for the loose ball. Ball goes back to the Pacers.
So Cam Perkins running point here. German with it, back to Perkins now. McCoy drives. McCoy can't get the roll. German gets the rebound. Tipped up, but a foul call.
A lot of contact there on German. Sends him back to the line. Both teams creeping up into foul trouble here. Four for the Saints, 5 for the Pacers.
And it is similar to the first half. A tight ship being run here by the officiating crew. As German off the mark with the first. 1-for-2 trip there from German. Block Knight. Perkins knocks it away. Perkins comes away with it. Perkins, but loses it in transition. Got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Great defense, though, from Perkins.
Yeah, absolutely. That's his hallmark. Nice handoff there to Shackelford. Kicks it up top. Mason Manning wide open for three, and he knocks it down.
The Pacers got to be careful. They got caught sleeping on defense there. Wide open three. We have a 9-point game in our hands. Excuse me, an 11-point game. Sorry. Math is hard.
We wouldn't be here talking about this if we could do math. Jalen McCoy gets the up and under. Nice flush there from Jalen McCoy.
Great job by McCoy to fight through solid defense, fight through a double team, and go up strong.
Manning to Balknight. Balknight drives, pulls up over German. No good. Rebound goes to Perkins. And Perkins going to slow things down now. Coach Mark Vanderslice telling his team to calm down just a little bit. Going too fast here, losing some easy possessions. The hand off to Kennedy. Kennedy. Inside to McCoy, the kick to the corner. Perkins fires up a three. Rims out. Ball's loose and rebounded by Jalen Jordan.
Good find there from McCoy. Just could not get the finish from Perkins and a wide open look from the corner.
Jordan, the handoff to Manning. Manning drives on German, and a foul called.
That's Simeon German's fourth foul. That's something to watch as well with the Pacers down Seiler and then also number 21 Grant out of the game.
So a full media timeout. We will take a pause. 64-51 your score. 10:56 left in the game. Welcome back, everyone. 64-51 your score. Mason Manning to shoot free throws here. Manning's first is good.
Jeanette Delva back in the lineup for the Pacers after German's fourth foul.
Going to be interesting to see the Pacers with just two big men tonight. Caleb Seiler not playing. Mason Grant has gotten two technical fouls, and he's out of the game. Rafael Rubel with the ball. Rubel. The kick to Kennedy. Kennedy driving. Kennedy pulls up. Kennedy no good. Delva can't quite come down with it. It's tipped out of his hands. The pull up from Trevor Smalls off the mark. And it'll stay down here with the Saints. Now, it is worth noting, Chedlet Delva with 0 fouls so far, so that's good for the Pacers.
Absolutely, and Rafael Rubel back in the lineup too. He's got 4 fouls.
That's a dangerous proposition putting him out there. Again, 10 and a half minutes still left in this game. Jalen Jordan driving on Delva. Jordan goes up strong. Delva with the good defense, but better offense gets the bucket.
Yeah, great post play from Jordan. Just one step ahead of Delva, able to get it up for 2 as Coach Vanderslice has called a timeout. I
believe it's going to be a 30-second timeout. And it will be. So the Pacers, again, struggling a little bit here out of the gate in this half. It's a 25. They're being outscored 25-14 here in the second half. Talk to us a little bit about what the Saints have been able to do to turn things around offensively.
They're just taking it one possession at a time. I think the mentality they had coming out of the locker room was you can't cut a 20-point lead in one possession. And slowly but surely they've been able to make their way to the three-point line, get free throw line, get some stops on defense, get out and run a little bit what they want to do, and then a couple threes along the way, and before you know it, it's the lead has been cut down from 20.
And it's a single-digit lead here for the Pacers for the first time in what feels like forever. But the Pacers will have a chance to answer here. It's Davion Cunningham back in the game. It's been a little bit of a struggle for Cunningham here today. Cunningham with just 4 points on the day. Bird gets to Kennedy. Kennedy feeds inside Cunningham. Cunningham with a nice easy finish there.
Great off-the-ball movement there from Cunningham, being able to read the defense to get open for the easy two.
Great little backdoor cut there. Jordan goes up strong over Delva and gets the finish.
Yeah, Jordan looks like he found himself in no man's land there, looked around looking for an outlet pass and was able to go up over Delva.
The handoff goes to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Rubel. Rubel, a sidestep. Rubel, big time three ball. Down low to Jordan again. Jordan drives on Delva. No good on that one. Ball knocked around, and Rafael Rubel comes away with it. Rubel organizing things for the Pacers now. Rubel a handoff to Kennedy. Kennedy to Cunningham. Cunningham pulls up, hand in his face, ill-advised shot there. And coming away with it is Hoku Fisher. Manning driving now. Manning to Jordan. Jordan gets Delva off the ground, and the Pacers are lucky they didn't get called for a foul there.
Absolutely. He had Delva right in the air, but he was able to use the pump fake effectively and go up strong.
So a 10-point lead now for the Pacers. 8 minutes, 37 seconds left. Rubel off the mark on that three ball. Ball's knocked up into the air, and Rubel can't come away with it, but Dwight Kennedy can. Kennedy feeds ahead to Bird. Bird to the corner for Cunningham. Cunningham back to Rubel. Kennedy now with it. Kennedy drives. Kennedy gets the lay-in down among the Giants. Big finish there from Dwight Kennedy Jr.
And great ball movement from the Pacers off that second possession. Cunningham thought about that three, but was able to find that one extra pass to get the wide open man for two.
Jordan with it. Jordan pulls up for three. Short. Gets his own rebound, though. Drives in, and they're going to call a charge. Rafael Rubel, dangerous play there.
Very dangerous play, but something you like to see, not even thinking about the fouls in the back of his head, willing to put his body on the line for the team, and got the offensive foul. So great stop there from Rubel.
I believe that's going to take us to a full media timeout, if I'm not mistaken. And it will. So we'll take another break. 71-59 your score, 7:56 left. Welcome back, everyone. Under 8 minutes to play now. 71-59 the score. The Pacers with the lead. Jalen McCoy to take it out for the Pacers. Timeout taken by McCoy. Couldn't get anything going there.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw more full court defense moving forward from the Saints.
Yeah, apply a little bit of extra pressure, but another full timeout. So we'll take another 60-second intermission and be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. 71-59 your score. Pacers still with the ball after having to take a timeout. Cam Perkins able to get open, and the take inbound is good. Perkins drives. Perkins in transition. No good. Rebounded by Mason Manning. Now Jax Bachnight moving it.
Tough possession there. Something you don't want to see from the Pacers is a shot that quick in the shot clock, especially with a lead later on in the second half.
Josiah Shackelford with it now. Shackelford to Boom Reeves. Reeves hands off to Manning. Manning feeds inside. Jedlick Delva with the block of Trevor Smalls. Great defense there from Delva. Cunningham couldn't quite corral it, but it goes out off of Trevor Smalls. It'll stay here with the Pacers. Great read there by Smalls. Almost able to get a hand on that and take it the other way. So Cunningham will take it out here. 71-59 the score. Pacers inbound into the backcourt. It's Cam Perkins with it. Perkins to Blackwell. Blackwell to McCoy. McCoy drives, spins, fires, gets the finish. Smalls with it now. Smalls hands off to Shackelford. Smalls, goes up, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Rajon Blackwell. Blackwell's second on the night. Blackwell with 14 tonight. He's been a big part of the Pacer offense. We're going to see Simeon German check back in here with 4 fouls. And Smalls knocks down the first free throw. Smalls knocks down both free throws there. Inbound to Perkins. Perkins to McCoy. McCoy to Cunningham. Cunningham gets the screen from German. It was a tough one. Yeah, hard screen there from German. And again, a dangerous play there. Again, he's playing with 4 fouls. Blackwell with it. Blackwell to Cunningham. McCoy now, the screen. Back to McCoy. McCoy driving on Manning. McCoy puts one up, rims out, and rebounded by Smalls. Bachnight with it. He's met by Cunningham. Smalls a handoff to Manning. Manning calls for a screen. It's Boom Reeves. Feeds to Reeves instead. Reeves Hand off to Smalls. Smalls drives. Smalls off the mark. Reeves gets the rebound. And Reeves gets the putback.
Yeah, tough one there on the Pacers defense. Simeon German just kind of caught in no man's land. Hate to give up the 2 points, but didn't want to get that 5th foul either.
And that takes us to a 30-second timeout. 10-point lead here for the Pacers. 5:45 left. Reeves, what do the Pacers have to do to secure this win here in this final 5 minutes?
Well, something we've seen in a lot of the recent possessions is that whoever brings it across half court, if you look over to the bench, Coach Vanderslice really emphasizing to slow the tempo down, try to take the shot clock down as much as they can. And they've been getting good looks, a couple tough finishes here and there, but credit to the Saints. They have really put up the pressure on defense here in the second half, and just waiting to see them come out in more full court pressure. We've only seen it twice so far, but as we get down to the under 5 minutes, I'd expect to see it a lot more.
So again, 73-63, the Saints, the Pacers already in the bonus here, so the Pacers still have a foul to give before that happens. It'll be Jalen McCoy inbounding the ball. Cunningham with it now. Cunningham inbounds to Perkins. Blackwell to McCoy. McCoy drives. McCoy puts it up off the mark. Rebounded by German. German gets the stick back.
Good job by German there. Perfectly positioned on the backside block there. A little bit too strong from Jalen McCoy, but Simeon German cleans it up on the back end.
It's Balknight with it now. Balknight guarded by Cunningham. And a foul against Rajon Blackwell.
A lot of physical play there. Going to get Blackwell on a hold. That puts the Flagler in the bonus.
And Caleb Bird checks in now.
Are you for real? How much did I pay you, man?
First free throw good from Shackelford. Off the mark on the second, Caleb Bird goes up big for the rebound.
Strong rebound there from Bird.
Perkins with it. Perkins crosses half court. Hand off to Cunningham to Blackwell. Blackwell driving. Blackwell drives inside, draws the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Blackwell doing an effective job there, weaving his way through the defense, gets an open lane, just drew some contact there at the end, sends him to the charity stripe. Blackwell, an effective free throw shooter for the Pacers, shooting right at 80%.
Blackwell knocks down the first, and Shedlet Delva checks back into the game, and Simeon German will head off for a little while. He lives to fight another day with that fourth foul. And a 2-for-2 trip from Blackwell gives the Pacers a 13-point lead. 5 minutes left here in the second half. Balknight with it now. Balknight drives. Balknight off the mark. Delva tipped the rebound, but Balknight was right there for it. Shackelford for three, no good. And Delva comes down with it. That's 10 rebounds for Shedlet Delva. Big night from him. Perkins with the ball. Perkins back to Bird. Bird thought about a three. Instead, he'll put the ball on the floor. He's driving, turns, fadeaway jumper, bottoms. Caleb Bird with a nice night offensively. That's his 12th point. Jalen Jordan, he's guarded by Shedlet Delva. Delva swiping at the ball. Jordan goes up. Jordan, no good. Rebounded by Perkins.
Good positioning down low by Perkins. That ball hung on the rim just a second too long for the offense to pull the rebound.
Cunningham with the ball now. He gets the screen from Bird. Cunningham driving. Cunningham turns, fires, draws the foul, and he's going to shoot two.
Good job there by Cunningham, not backing himself down on the baseline, able to spin into some open area, and then he'll go to the free throw line when we come back from the media timeout.
So 79-64 the score, 15-point lead for the Pacers. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. 79-64. 3:42 left here, and the Pacers will have the ball. It's going to be Davion Cunningham shooting two. Cunningham knocks down the first. 16-point lead now for the Pacers. A 2-for-2 trip now. Lead is up to 17 with 3:42 left. Pacers, things got scary there for a little bit. They built the lead back up, but again, this is a team that you cannot fall asleep on. They got a lot of offensive weapons as Cunningham swipes the pass. Cunningham directing traffic, pushing Delva back to the basket.
Good job by Cunningham there. You could tell he wanted to take it immediately to the basket, but decided to take it out.
Blackwell, a long three, and knocks it down. 20-point lead now for the Pacers. It had gotten down to as little as 9. The Pacers have gotten it right back up to where they want it. Ball's knocked loose and recovered by Cunningham, by Blackwell. Blackwell to Bird. Bird for three. Oh, his perfect night from behind the line comes to an end.
Had an open look, too.
84-64 your score. Block Knight nearly lost the ball again. Cunningham to Jordan. Jordan backing down on Delva. And the finish there from Manning.
Good look down low under the basket, able to get that pass through on the baseline there for the Saints.
Perkins, the handoff to Blackwell. Blackwell to Cunningham. Cunningham guarded by Mason Manning. Cunningham step back three. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham coming alive now offensively. He's up to 11. The ball knocked loose, and Caleb Bird comes away with it. I think he's falling apart here for the Saints. Getting a little sloppy. And a foul.
That puts the Pacers in the bonus.
That's his second. It's a team take. In the bonus at the free throw line for Cam Perkins.
And that free throw off the mark, and rebound goes to Mason Manning. Balknight, a long three. Bottoms. Nice shot there from Jax Balknight. And a 30-second timeout here. Minute 45 left. Pacers with an 18-point lead over the Flagler Saints. Reeves out of the Pacers finish strong here and get the win.
When the Pacers get back on offense, they just need to get the run the shot clock down as much as they can. You know, this, as you said, sloppy play led to this lead growing again late for the Pacers. But you got to credit the Saints. They were down 20 at halftime, found themselves down big early, but were able to cut it to a 9-point lead here with with a little over 10 minutes left in the second half. So this is a very good basketball team, and they're going to be a problem moving down the road for anybody they face in the Peach Belt Conference.
Absolutely, and again, as we saw last year, made it all the way to the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Finals before falling to North Georgia. But you know,
and I was on the call for that game, and they took North Georgia, which was a national seed, to the very end. They played them very, very, very hard.
Losing to that North Georgia team last year, not exactly a knock against you. You know, a player like Frank Champion causing a lot of problems for a lot of people. Avion Cunningham with the ball now. The Pacers, like I said, going to bleed a little shot clock here. 87-69, minute 32 left here in this game. And a foul there against Trevor Smalls is going to send Cunningham to the line to shoot one in a bonus.
That's his fourth. It's the team's ninth. One in the bonus for David Cunningham.
Cunningham gets the shot. Two-for-two trip there from Cunningham makes it a 20-point game. Minute 25 left in the game now. Jax Bachknight. Feed inside to Shackelford. Shackelford's going to be a foul. I think it's going to go against Caleb Bird. Shackelford knocks down the first. And two-for-two trip from Shackelford. Minute left here, 18-point lead for the Pacers. Feed to Blackwell, and a foul.
Foul is on number one. Trevor Smalls advances fifth.
Trevor Smalls' fifth foul of the evening, so his night will be done with a minute and 5 here left in the second.
And the Saints seem to be taking this one to the very last second. As Blackwell knocks down his first free throw. And a 2-for-2 trip. Makes it another 20-point lead for the Pacers. Bachknight jacks up a three, gets the bucket.
As you said, the Saints are going to play this one all the way down.
Looks like they're going to be done with the fouls now. It's going to be Cunningham. Yeah, they're just going to dribble it out here. 45 seconds left.
With the game tonight, the Saints will go to 5-5 in Peach Belt Conference play. As we said a few minutes ago, they actually cut before this game last Saturday, coming off a win versus North Georgia, who was a preseason favorite for the Peach Belt title.
Bachknight on the move now. Bachknight step back three. Bachknight no good. Rebounded by Blackwell. They're going to turn the shot clock off now, and that's going to be the end of it. Pacers just going to dribble things out. That's going to move the Pacers to 14-6 on the season. That puts them at a 7-3 conference record. 91-74 will be the final score. And just a complete game offensively from the Pacers tonight to get the win here. Yeah,
something you really like to see is the Pacers. They had some ups and downs, but they were able to battle through and come out with a double-digit win tonight. And they had some issues with big men down low with some foul trouble and a couple injuries already before the game. But just something you really like to see from the Pacers offense and defense tonight.
That is going to do it for us here tonight. This Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. The Pacers getting the sweep. Men and women both picking up wins over the Flagler Saints. And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Be sure to tune into our social media channels after the game for comments from head coach Mark Vanderslice and members of the team. Until then, I'm Jordan Phillips. He's Reeves Altman. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.